Awesome, guys. So I think it's time to start with our 23rd community call. 5 minutes in, as usual. Um, cool. So we have about 20 people in this community call. Welcome, everyone, to BabelFish's 23rd community call. Before we begin with the call agenda for today, I'd like us to note that the war in Ukraine has now been raging for 10 days and unfortunately shows no signs of easing down. Humanity needs us to work together and tackle important challenges, and not to fight each other over arbitrarily drawn frontiers. And this is why our community is global and does not care where you are from. This is why we are building on Bitcoin. And this is why Bitcoin today is more important than ever, because if we truly fix the money, we can truly fix the world. We have the opportunity and the responsibility to participate in creating a decentralized economy for the future we wish to see. And we invite you to join and participate in BabelFish to help us tackle problems and deliver solutions that can potentially bring hope back to humanity. Now, with that being said, last week we officially launched our DAO governance with a ceremonial vote in which the community agreed that amongst all of this noise that we have in the world, the community agreed that 42 is indeed the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So that's reassuring. But now we have so many questions and things to discuss. So the first vote, BIP1, which will reward current fish stakers and XUSD users, will be up for a vote shortly after this call, and voting will last 24 hours. So this is just a last reminder. If you're in this community call, if you have not staked some fish yet, go and do so now so you can participate and be rewarded accordingly. And then following BIP1, we expect the next votes to be concerning the balancing curves, allocating a BTC insurance fund, lending some of our collateral to start earning yield, and increasing the variety of the collateral that we're accepting across different chains. The front end of the protocol is being worked on at the moment to enable all of these expected upgrade votes. So we sincerely hope that you will agree with many of these proposals. On the topic of upcoming bounties, in this topsy-turvy world of Web3, finding talent to execute our goals is an ongoing game. And so we will once again commence bounties across marketing and development and share them in our Guid book, Notion, and social media accounts. Some of these bounties include successful referral bounties for a backend developer and or a product manager. And we will also be doing a bounty reward for an upcoming quiz that we really liked. I think the community really liked the quiz. So we will be doing potentially by the end of this month a quiz that's going to be all about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy, on which this protocol's whole brand is inspired by. On that note, updates from the BabelVerse. We have a brief update from the team, which is here present. They have been occupied researching and developing an NFT-powered game that is also inspired by the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and will seek to bring utility to members of the BabelFish community. To that end, the BabelVerse team will be sharing a survey in the coming days for the community to provide feedback on what they'd like to see in the game. So, if you have your own ideas on what NFT games should be like, keep your antennas up once we share this survey. And a raffle will be made at the end, at the conclusion of this survey, from all respondents to reward the participants. So with that, I will give now the mic to someone from the BabelVerse team. If you want to share with the community some of the work that you've been doing, as well as the idea with the survey, and then soon an official grant request through the newly launched DAO governance portal. I don't know if Dak, you want to take over, or Galactic.
Sure. So everyone can go to babelverse.io. You can do that now if you're curious. And there's a simple homepage where I'm using the tongue-in-cheek Douglas Adams talk to kind of jokingly say what we're doing. Also there'll be 4 games. These are simple games that my son, DeFi Dragon Bro, did. He now goes by the name Templar, if you could see him. So Templar is doing these games while using that as a game development process to invite everyone into. While Galactic Cyclist, a full-fledged developer, is working on a really meaty game. And so that meaty game is the survey that Dark Knight, um, is talking about. Well, we could sculpt this together. Um, but really, what we're doing is we're building a master game engine. So know that the 4 games that you see there are just simple games to kind of become a repository for creating all the sprite art. Getting feedback from the community, we see that different kinds of arts and budget reasons, the sprite art works really well. Old Activision Atari kind of feel. And then we're taking all of that sprite art for the bigger game vision. The current 4 games, uh, right now we have proof of concept that we're able to connect to your wallet, whether MetaMask or Liquality, see how much fish you have, and based upon that, give permission to access the game. Some of the games, I think 3 of them require 4,200 because there is a discussion should it be 42 or 4,200. And Dark Knight, I'd like to maybe add that to the survey that we ask how much fish does the community think they should hold in their wallet to access the game? Because if we're offering bounties based upon high score or prizes, right? Just exploring that fun of okay, whoever got high score this week or this month will get this reward. That maybe the community wants to go, well, I don't want just any person coming in that doesn't have a serious investment in fish or a moderate investment in fish, um, and therefore the community votes. If that's one of the questions, what do you think, or just keep it 42?
Yeah, let's definitely add it. I think that's a great question.
So right now, Babel Runner is 42 fish, so I think everyone should be able to play that. And the other ones, 4,000, 4,200 fish. I hope you guys have that because I do believe in this protocol. We are putting a lot of hours in this to build the gaming side because of the possibilities that it could bring to the protocol while the main XUSD vision is being developed. Starting with what Dark Knight said 5 minutes in with what's going on in Ukraine. We haven't talked much about it, but I'm peering into the things he's saying, and I believe I agree with everything. And that's why this protocol is so important. So I hope you guys hold on to your fish and invest in your fish because you're going to see where we're going to take this. Um, Going back to those 4 games, that's just a medley, a little trailer, as Dark Knight says, of hints of things to come. The bigger game that we are now going to build the next Lego block, right? The first Lego block is, we're game developers, but we're learning the blockchain. So we're creating APIs that the community could use that Liquality, like we connected to Liquality, talked to the Liquality team, so we could choose to release that code base to the Liquality team as we build out our vision and our code base and our technology. So the next thing is, can we read an NFT and then through that NFT give game access to the bigger game? And then that bigger game we do with the Photon engine allows us multiplayer capability in Unity so that we could play together as a community. And so part of the survey is asking, based upon my experience 30 years as a game developer, we're asking specific questions that we know are popular amongst gamers and seeing what you guys choose, and that will help us direct um, what to develop next and what to prioritize. Is that good enough for now, Dark Knight, or any other points you want me to mention?
That's awesome. And then, I would invite anyone that wants to, to be more involved in this game development, either to, there's a channel right now for the gaming angle of BabelFish. I do not think it's open yet, So if you'd like to be added into it, feel free to reach out to any of the known faces in this chat, so like Flametail, Hyde, myself, or even Dak directly, or Galactic Cyclist, and we will make sure to open that channel for you if you'd like to be to participate in a more active manner. Thank you, Dak. Awesome. Another cool update that we have today. Some of you may have heard about the Blindex IO protocol from previous community calls here or content elsewhere. They soft launched on February and have built a beautiful UI UX that will bring multi-currency stablecoin, multi-currency pegs to RSK. There's also right now on our forum a draft proposal to include their US dollar peg called BDUS into BabelFish's accepted collateral. So it's now live as a draft on the forum. Just search for Blindex if you cannot find it, and you'll see it there. And today we have also a team member or team members from Blindex. They will also give us a brief demo of how today users can provide liquidity already in the BDUS XUSD stablecoin AMM and start earning BDX tokens. So yeah, I'll give the mic right now. Someone from the Blindex team, I believe that's I am that zero.
Yeah. Hey guys, amazing. Thanks. Thank you very much. We are very excited about the cooperation between Blindex and BabelFish. Many things are happening, and I think that we're gonna have a very good and fruitful relationship in the future. I think the first step, and I'm gonna I'm gonna explain more about Blindex, but the first step will be to add one of our stable tokens into the XUSD contract, and that will be actually the start of our long-term relationship and partnership between the two protocols. But first, let me tell you a little bit about Blindex. Blindex is a multi-currency stablecoin platform, meaning that we want to give access to anyone on the world to his own native currency in the form of a stablecoin or in the form of a digital asset. So we build a platform that will be very easy to create new stablecoins on top of that, and to trade and invest and get interest and yield on those stablecoins. With that, our vision and our future roadmaps direct us to a place where essentially once we have this stabilization platform that we can stabilize currencies, we can stabilize any kind of digital asset, and we want to essentially tokenize everything. So we want to create digital stocks and bonds and commodities and price indexes and real estate tokens and etc. So essentially, we can create a full ecosystem of digital assets that you can trade with, you can invest with, you can edge with, and you can use as utility, and so on and so on. And I think that will bring the full vision of DeFi to Bitcoin, and that's something that we are very keen of. Let me show you how our platform looks like. So I'm going to share my screen and let me know if you can see it. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Good, great. So essentially, this is our app. You can see this is our dashboard page. You can see the peg stability of the different stable coins. Our BDX token, which is the BDX is the utility and governance token of the platform. The two stable coins that we launched with. So we have launched two stable coins initially in the platform, BDUS and BDU. BDUS is the USD pegged stablecoin, and a BDU, which is a Euro pegged stablecoin. You can see the market supply, the market cap, and the stability. And another indicator, which is the collateral ratio. The collateral ratio is important because once you want to mint new stablecoins, you need to add in a mix of decentralized collateral in the form of RBTC or EFS, and BDX. And the collateral ratio dictates what is that mixed ratio. So, for example, in the BDU, you need to put in 98% of collateral in the form of RBTC, and then 2% of collateral in the form of BDX. You can mint new stable coins. You can swap between the different tokens in the platform. And we recently, about a week and a half ago, we opened a new pool of BDUS and XUSD in the platform itself. So we can actually move between XUSD and BDUS without the need to worry. And that's another, key element of where BabelFish and BlindX are connecting together. And that's and basically the BDUS XUSD pool became one of our biggest pools in less than 2 weeks. You can add liquidity and get LP tokens, and then stake that liquidity and get yield in the form of BDX. And you can see the different pools here. There are 10 different pools that you can stake currently in the platform, and essentially get yield. You can lock your LP tokens for different periods of time, somewhere between 0 to 10 years of locking periods, and you get different bonuses in different scales. And I think that's essentially cover up how the platform looks like and what are the uses in the platform. In our roadmap, we are planning to add more and more integration as the time move on with lending services, with bridges in the ecosystem. More stable coins will be added to the mix in order to give more diversity and to give more communities and users the ability to on and off ramp with their favorite stable coins, to get yield on their own native stable coins, so they can relate and keep their own money in the form of their own native stable coins. And I think that's in very shortly, that's how the platform looks like, how it being active. We encourage you to go online to mint new stables, to stake those, get those high yields now as long as they are high and up and running. We also submitted a draft proposal where our BDUS and 2D XUSD contract. We think that adding BDUS to the XUSD contract will help both diverse the BabelFish basket of collateral and on RSK, and add more flexibility to move between the different stable coins and in the RSK ecosystem. In general, as long as we have more and more stable coins, you want to have the ecosystem dynamic as much as possible, and we see only benefits adding the BDUS into the XUSD contract. We encourage you to go online, go into the proposal, give us your feedback. We will love to hear more on that. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I am that zero. Really loving the product. And it's always something that we're saying in the community calls, sometimes, it feels like we're moving slow, but then suddenly when it rains, it pours. So yeah, definitely getting our umbrellas, because it's going to rain fish, and BDX and the whole ecosystem in RSK is just building a lot of cool things. Every day we're seeing more and more things being built out, and that's the idea. It's all about composability, and thank you for that update. And
exciting times, man, and thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, thank you for building. On the note of the RSK ecosystem, we also have for this community call, we have team members from Tropicus Finance. You may have heard also about Tropicus Finance from around the RSK ecosystem updates. They're very focused on the Hispanic market, very serious and committed team with a heart in the right place. They launched in alpha end of January, and already you can bring your XUSD over to Tropicus, lend it there, Potentially, people that are borrowing are people from the global south, which is our target market, but you can earn really good rates there. And also part of our work plan to over the long run, it's also to facilitate a bridge UI for them, similar to the one Sovereign has been using, so that it's really simple to bring stable coins from anywhere directly to Tropicus without having to hop to many different websites. So I'll give the mic, I don't know if it's to Steffi, that has a very tropical profile picture, or to Diego, just to very quickly present the Tropicus project to the community and yeah, what you're building.
Hey all, can you hear me well?
Loud and clear.
Nice. So thanks for the time to share our project Tropicus here. I would like to share the screen because I think it's clearer what we are doing while navigating along the platform. So as you mentioned, we are a lending and borrowing platform trying to focus on Latin Americans' needs, especially to give them opportunity to save and to access to credit. And as you see here, we have different products. You can deposit and you can borrow. And actually, actually our highest yield at the moment is in XUSD. So basically could go to XUSD and decide the amount and deposit. At the end, you will have the annual yield we have here, and you can do this with the different markets, right? With the stable coins or BTC, and the same at the other side of the market. In the borrowing side, we have these interest rates, and also for example, if we go to balance, we see here our general position with the risk we are taking depending on the different loans, and my accumulated savings, and all the different activities I did, my current deposit, my debts, and what I have in my wallet. So we have those main activities: lending and borrowing, and also we have swaps. So to do swaps and navigate in the different areas of the platform. And something that it's important for us is to have this guiding process with the users. We know that not all the users are advanced users, so we have a Tropicus school. We have the frequent asked questions, and also the markets to be totally transparent with the different tokens we have deposited, or the total amount of the borrowing part. So you can see here the whole protocol, and we believe that it's quite easy after connect your wallet, and you can deposit and you can borrow. And also a special thing that we designed is the graphics to show the user which risk are taking. So we believe that this is pretty important because we have the liquidation process, and this liquidation process, it's necessary to understand well this process to avoid unnecessary risks. So if we go to this amount, for example 6, you see here that you're taking medium risk, and we also picture the margin you can take to cover the whole collateral ratio. So mainly that's the whole platform. We are working on new features, as we mentioned before, with different bridges and and also the conversion between BTC and RBTC can be done inside Tropicus, as well as the swaps. So that's pretty much what we are doing. You are very welcome to our community, and I guess this is a good opportunity at the moment. The interest rates and the yields are high. I would say that they are the highest in the RSK ecosystem at the moment, in the lending and borrowing platform. So you can take advantage of that at the moment. And that will be it. Thanks a lot for the time, and happy to have you in our Tropicus community.
Thank you very much, Diego. That was great. It's really inspiring to see all of the work that's being created in this ecosystem. Most of it, has been happening. I would say over the past less than a year. All of this is being built in less than a year, and all of it, most of the infrastructure needed from simple things like governance or even oracles like Chainlink. Many of these things were not available on RSK over a year ago. So it's really cool and really inspiring, and it's really helping us, push harder, for all of us to deliver the products that the community deserves. Awesome. So I think now we've covered all of the points from the agenda. So as usual, we will leave the next 5 minutes open for anybody to open their mic if they have a question, and share it here with the community. And if you're a bit shy with a microphone, you can always just write the question on the CC questions chat channel right above this Hangout, boys. Thank you. We can't just be satisfied with knowing that 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything according to the, as was reconfirmed by the ceremonial vote. Everybody must have plenty of questions. And it doesn't necessarily need to be about BabelFish. If you just have a random question about things that are going on in the world, and you just want, a safe space to discuss, this is also a great opportunity, so long as it's relatively related to what we're all building. Feel free.